Hey everyone, welcome back to Life by the Bow. So today was an early start, but it was super slow. We were trying to catch a wahoo this morning. It didn't happen. It didn't seem like they were biting our lines. So we're switching up some of our tackle and tactics, and we're gonna do something a little different. Really the goal for today is just to put a fish on this boat. We have yet to fish it, and we want to get some meat on the boat.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is too, is I've spent the past week breaking my back getting this thing ready with electronics, but got all of our Garmin's in, we got our power poles, our trolling motor, and you know, a lot of this stuff we're gonna be utilizing today. We're really excited. You know, we get to use the live well finally, see how well it holds bait. Like Stephanie was saying, really put this boat's open design in use at play while fishing. And I think it's just gonna be really cool. You know, you guys get to come along with us the first time we've ever fished this boat. Nothing that we're particularly going after, but we're just gonna catch some ballyhoo, do some slow trolling, just see what we can catch. This is easily one of the biggest game-changing features about this boat, and that's just being able to mount a trolling motor here on the front. This acts as your anchor. You can use this to troll around mangroves, and then later on we're going to be using it to slow troll offshore, where most people, they typically use their engines to pop in and out of gear and stay on a particular spot. We just press buttons on this remote right here, so I can be anywhere in the boat. I could be in the front of the boat, back of the boat, the tower. I mean, once you use a trolling motor and pay attention to how we're using it today, it's amazing. Spot lock, anchored, just like that.
Reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. It's perfect. I'm stop talking.
All right, step one. This is something that I love about catching bait offshore versus inshore, is you can typically always chum up these ballyhoos, and they make for a great offshore bait. Match the hatch, right? Give the fish the presentation that they're getting, which is a ballyhoo. Everything eats a ballyhoo too. A grouper, mutton snapper, sailfish, kingfish, tunas. And something too, there's actually two different types of tournament chum. And you guys will notice, this is a green label right here. And then they also make the blue label chum. The green label chum typically has bigger chunks of chum, where the blue label has very small, finer chunks. Typically the blue label is better for bait fishing, but Stephanie is the one that bought the chum.
Yeah.
She got it at Publix, and typically Publix doesn't have blue label chum, so.
I actually got that at Winn-Dixie, not Publix.
Winn-Dixie, okay, same thing. But you know,
very
green
different.
Will still work, but in case you ever see those two different labels of tournament chum, just know that the blue label has smaller bits of chum, whereas this green, it has the bigger chunks. So here we're using what's called a hoop net. Personally, I feel like the ballyhoos stay most lively when you catch them with a hoop net versus a cast net. Cast net kind of beats them up, whereas the hoop net is a lot easier on them. What's also great about a hoop net is it really doesn't require much skill, though once you start getting opposing currents and winds and all kinds of other stuff, it can actually be difficult sometimes to use one of these things. You need some current to stretch it out away from the boat. But a little trick that we use is when the current and wind are opposing and that net just wants to sit right here behind the boat and it doesn't want to move away, what you can do is you can bump forward on the trolling motor, and that'll create some separation between us and the net. But right now we have the wind and current going the same exact way, so it's sitting right behind the boat. And basically you're just waiting for those ballyhoos to swim right in front of it, wait for them to intersect, and that's when you start to pull real slow. And then once you see them inside the net, that's when you start to pull fast. All right, we got all of our bait. I gotta tell you, so far I'm really impressed with this live well. I mean, of course, it's massive, so the more room that you have for bait, the livelier your bait's going to be. We also have the aquarium windows, which is huge because these baits are fully lit. I've seen a lot of the times with live wells that don't have light and they go into complete darkness. You open that lid, the baits just completely freak out. It's also nice because we can monitor our water levels. And then you have 2 live well pumps. God forbid one goes down, you have a second, and then you have 3 different drains. I know we've all been there. We're throwing the cast net, we drop the baits, everything into the well, debris gets stuck inside of the drain. So the fact that we have 3 different drains on this live well, it just maximizes the use of the live well, and it allows it to just work in so many different scenarios where it may be hindered. But none of this means anything unless we can put these baits to use. So we're gonna go right out there to the edge, really not far at all, and we're gonna see what we can catch. Get us on the spot?
Yeah, it's on the spot. Drop the trolling motor, please.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'll tell you what to do. I tell you what to do the day you say I do. And you said it a while back, so keep saying I do, honey. This is really nice up here. I get to see everything.
Stephanie's our spotter and I'm working the cockpit.
That's right. It seems like it calmed down a bit, no?
Yeah, it's gonna calm down throughout the day.
Good.
Got our trolling motor here on a north heading, and basically what I'm doing is I'm just following the edge of the reef. I'm gonna take, I think, 2 ballyhoos, stick them up on top. I really wanna catch a sailfish more than anything. And then we're just gonna stick one down on the bottom for maybe a mutton snapper. Grouper would be cool. Sometimes a kingfish will eat on the bottom. But just gonna cover the bases, see if we can get bit. It's a good saying, cover the bases and get bit.
There's a frigate here.
I'll tell you what.
Frigate right over there.
All right, let's get some baits in the water then.
So if you're fishing with live bait, one thing you want to do is you kind of want to guide your bait down. And what I mean by that is you want to just kind of put your hand on the line and drop it slowly. Because you don't want your fish to get a concussion and get hit by the weight on the way down.
All right, first fish on the new boat.
Woohoo! Taking the skunk off the boat, hopefully, if I could actually get him up.
Give me some. How's it feel? First fish on the new boat.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I want to get him on the boat.
I'm just excited to try out that fish box.
Me too. Oh, I see him.
What does it look like?
Actually, it looks like it could be a snapper.
Really? Like a mutton?
Or no, wait, what is it? Yeah, it looks like a mutton.
Well,
Not
reel him
really
up.
sure.
Stephanie's getting the weight off. The old clip trick.
So this is right here, a perfect example of what an open is. I'm moving around and it looks like a mutton.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
A good mutton too, a legal one.
That's a keeper right there.
Look at that.
Nice job, Stephanie.
Woo! And here we go. A legal sided mutton. Way to break in the new boat.
Nice. We got dinner.
Woo! So mutton have to be 18 inches maximum tail length, and I'll just go ahead and show you what that looks like. But there's a difference between species. Some species require to the fork of the tail, and some do maximum tail length, which is the entire tail. So what you'll do is it'll pinch it and you'll see how big he is. And this guy is a little over 22, almost 23. But these guys shrink once you put them on ice. That goes for any fish.
You don't want to keep a barely legal fish.
No, you want to make sure he's well over the legal size limit. But we've got dinner. Woohoo! All right, let's put him in our fish box. And this is officially the first fish in this fish box. Woo! And man, is it nice to have a fish box in
the floor
here on the bay boat. Whew! Let's do it again. Looks like a Parker, like a 1980 Parker that has been painted with a bunch of fish, yet they are fishing illegally. I repeat, they are in the sanctuary doing things they are not supposed to. Sir, get out here, I need backup. It seems like there's others coming. Hurry up. Over and out.
So, for those of you that don't know, that's a little inside joke amongst all of us.
Oh, you're
Stephanie
actually
was
using
just, yeah, I was rolling the entire
man.
time. Stephanie was acting like a police officer because she saw someone fishing inside the sanctuary over there. And basically, if there was a Paul Blart Mall cop of FWC, that would be Stephanie. She is the one that always makes sure that we're never breaking any rules when it comes to fishing. What do you have to say about that?
Listen, I didn't know you were recording, but the truth is there are rules for a reason. You need to respect the wildlife, and like that is one of those things that I'm like super on top of.
Super? Gosh, man. Here we go. Second fish. It's got some weight to it. It's digging hard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just woke up. What is that?
Looking like a shark.
Whatever it was, it didn't know it was hooked just until right now. I don't think that's a shark. I love this, man. For once, I'm fighting a fish offshore out of a bay boat and I don't feel like I'm gonna fall out of it. And what's cool, at least for me, my knees are right up against those bolsters.
Nice cushion for the pulling. Clay, you're putting too much stress on him.
You're putting too much stress on me.
So you can see he's utilizing this open back area right now. He's gonna have to, the fish seems like it's going under the boat, so Clay's probably gonna have to walk around.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's coming.
He's coming. What is it? What is it?
Well, you got about 40 feet after that weight, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
See, the biggest thing is too, is if you really pay attention to your knots.
There's the weight.
You can put the pressure that you need to put on the fish.
Oh, it's something big.
I could have told you that a long time ago.
No, I could see it right there. I could see it right there.
I want to say it might be a big jack.
I want to say it may be a...
Nah, he didn't like the boat. He said, man, this is a Pathfinder right here. I know what these guys do. Guy and gal, I guess.
I think it's a shark.
You think so?
Yeah.
If it's a shark, I want my money back. Oh, free jumping sailfish right there.
You're right.
I swear.
Oh my God,
right
look
there,
at there.
free jumping sailfish.
Why isn't he on our line?
Well, that's the second free jumping sailfish we've seen today. Phew.
There's that weight, but as soon as I see that weight, he takes it.
All right, try to get it off this time.
There you go.
About to take a commercial break there.
Right? It looks like a shark, actually.
Nah, that's an amberjack.
Is it?
Definitely.
Look at that. Those things will give you a run for your money. Wow, that's a big one.
That is a big amberjack there.
You want to grab him for
the
camera? The last time I grabbed one, he ripped my nail off.
Wow. I got you now, buddy. Ooh, he's a lively one. Look at that. Ooh.
Don't drop him.
That's a big old amberjack right there. I'll take it, man. That's a fish of a lifetime right there, depending on who you ask. We like eating muttons and groupers, so we're gonna let him go. You go up to Steenhatchee though, woo, they love these things right here. Thing is, in the Keys, they have a lot of worms, so we don't really keep them. But up north, supposedly, they don't have worms. They love eating these things.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna let him go. Woo! Swam away lively and everything. That was cool. So we just moved spots here. We're gonna try a new area because where we were at earlier, just kept on catching bonitas and amberjacks. We're gonna see if we can change up the game here a little bit. This is more of like a meat fishy area. Has some really good bottom. And then, like I said, we have our bottom rod right here, and that's down on the bottom with a 40-foot leader, and we have the clip-on weight, so that way once we get the entire rig up to the top, if we were to get a fish, we just clip off the weight, and then we just reel the fish right up here onto the reel. So at this point, we're just gonna hurry up and wait, just keep on slow trolling. It's just nice and easy. We don't have to touch a throttle, we don't have to put hours on our engine, just going real nice and slow with the current here on the trolling motor, and we're chilling. Got them all right here, baby.
What does it feel like?
Move. Paid off quick. I'll take it.
Honestly, it's been so long since we fished, we don't even know how to
Believe it or not, it has been about 3 weeks since we fished besides today. Took a little vacation, went to Wyoming, had some fun, did some spear fishing with Aaron Young. So actual fishing, yeah, about 3 weeks, maybe even more, Stephanie.
Maybe.
We posted a video with George Poveromo that we did, but that was back in September. So you guys are all caught up. Took a little break.
Let's see.
Come here.
Oh, it actually kind of looks kind of big from here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Got them tower views. What we got? What we got?
Oh, it looks like a mutton.
Woo! Nice. I'll take that, baby. Second mutton of the day right there. Flip him on in. Yeah, he's legal. I think you got me. I'm gonna say he's 21. Let's see if I can bend the measuring tape a little bit. He's 30 inches. I beat you. I'm just kidding. He is 20. Wait. Yeah, almost 21. Dang, I was good.
I think I should probably fish the next one. You've picked up the last 3 fish.
Here we go. Nice.
I'm just gonna sit here and let you catch all the fish today.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've outdone you the last few times we've gone fishing. So I wanna give you some time to catch up.
Let me really fish? You see, this is what happens when you let me fish. When I don't have to captain the boat, fish get caught by me.
That's right, I'm captaining the boat now. I'm
Exactly.
the captain
So
now.
typically, I'm the one that's doing what Stephanie's doing, so she gets to catch all the fish. Today, the verses, or the roles are reversed. See, I'm catching so many fish, I don't even know how to talk. Such a cool day. First time fishing the Pathfinder. And I gotta say, like, I'm actually really impressed. I would never imagine that fishing out of a bay boat would have went that smooth as far as on the offshore scene. And I think a lot of it just has to do with just that open design. I mean, it feels so much bigger than 24 feet just because you have so much walkable space. And then the tower, I'm so glad that we did it. I mean, it's just such a cool thing. You can see so much more. Docking the boat is easier, finding bait is easier. I remember back in the day, not really back in the day, but before tower, I used to go to my bait spots and just chum and wait for the bait to come. But what I do now is or at least what I've been doing all of today, is I would go to my bait spots and see if I could find the ballyhoo. And sure enough, went to my first bait spot today, looked down, saw the ballyhoo, started chumming, and then there they go. They started appearing. So it's definitely a really, really cool tool to have. And it's something that I suggest putting on your boat if it's something that, you know, you've ever thought of. But it's been fun, you know, so much more to come in this boat. Something we really, really want to do is we want to take it to the Tortugas. So hopefully that's something we can do in the very near future. So y'all can look forward to that. But just finishing up our mutton here. It's something I like to do on the mutton snappers is I like to cut the fillets in half. The reason why is because it makes it so much easier to skin. With a smaller fillet like this, see, with that big fillet, it makes it really difficult. You see, just like butter, Get some of that blood off. Ooh. That's a perfect fillet for dinner.
So, there's not many recipes that I haven't done here on the channel. However, this is a new one, so we're gonna try it for you here on the channel and let you know how it tastes. It's a pecan encrusted snapper, and it includes some breadcrumbs, some pecans, some of these spices, and then we are going to, of course, use flour and egg wash. And I'm excited because I love pecans. So this is the season to have them, so we're gonna start with that tonight. So I already have my breadcrumbs in my food processor. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add all of my seasonings, and I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of them. So the first thing I'm adding is thyme. If only I had more of that. Next thing I'm gonna add is my onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, basil. Well, there goes that. Hope you guys like basil. And then of course, add my pecans. There we go. Mix it up, and there is my breading. Pretty simple. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the first piece. And I used about 1 cup of flour here. And then now, I'm gonna just dip it in my egg wash, which has milk. It's 2 cups of milk and 2 eggs. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with the breading. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat that with every single fillet. So it's pretty simple. So now I'm just adding oil to my pan, and I'm gonna bring the heat up to a medium heat. And I personally use coconut oil instead of canola oil that's in the recipe. And the reason why I like coconut oil, because I feel like it gives it a tropical flavor. I don't know, it just tastes really good. And here we are at the last step. So I'm just gonna go ahead and saute it for about 2 minutes each side. And this is pretty much it. So some of these pieces I kept on the pan way too long. I surpassed the browning and went straight to the blackening, the burnt part. How does it taste?
That's really good.
Does it? The only thing—
That's awesome because you can taste the coconut from the coconut oil. So it's like coconut pecan mutton snapper. Jeez, man, I thought this was like chicken for a second. That's delicious.
It is really good. Only thing I would say it's missing is salt.
Yeah, you can add a little salt.
Yeah, I wish I'd just add some salt to the breadcrumbs and like the mixture.
Yeah, really good. But guys, awesome first day fishing the Pathfinder. I mean, completely blown away by the boat. It's a blessing not only to have a boat like that, blessing to have you guys watching, your support. You know, you guys make this thing go round, and we are so appreciative of that. Boating brings us so much happiness. Fishing brings us so much happiness, and we hope we can share that happiness with you guys. And one thing I can say is, if you're on the fence about pulling the trigger on a boat, do it, man, because it is just so much fun and it's just such a good time.
It really is. It's just like, it's the experience that you get from it, and like the fact that we get to go out there and just hang out us two and just kind of get lost in what we're doing and
Clear your mind.
Yeah, it really is the one place that I can say that everything leaves as soon as we pull away from that dock. All the stress
100%.
just leaves my body.
But speaking of leaving, we're gonna leave you guys until next week. Don't forget, we just launched all of our t-shirts on availgear.com. Also, don't forget about those fleece hoodies. But until next time, see you guys then. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching.